This video from the Famous Personalities series is about Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Elizabeth Cady Stanton was born on November 12, 1815, in Johnstown, New York. She was the daughter of a prominent lawyer and had a strong interest in education and social issues. Elizabeth often felt frustrated by the limitations placed on women in her society. These early experiences shaped her desire for equality and justice. Elizabeth received a good education and attended the Troy Female Seminary. She was one of the few women of her time to pursue higher education. At school, she learned about philosophy, history, and the rights of individuals. This education helped her develop her ideas about women's rights and social reform. In 1840, Elizabeth married Henry Stanton, an abolitionist. Together, they had 7 children, and Elizabeth balanced her family life with her activism. She often spoke about the challenges women faced as wives and mothers. Elizabeth believed that women should have the same rights as men, including the right to vote. In 1848, Elizabeth Cady Stanton organized the Seneca Falls Convention. This event was the first women's rights convention in the United States. At the convention, she presented the Declaration of Sentiments, which outlined the grievances women faced. This document called for equal rights for women, including the right to vote. Elizabeth was a passionate advocate for women's rights throughout her life. She worked alongside other activists, such as Susan B. Anthony, to promote women's suffrage. Elizabeth wrote many speeches and articles to raise awareness about gender equality. Her efforts helped inspire many women to join the fight for their rights. Elizabeth Cady Stanton formed a close partnership with Susan B. Anthony. Together, they traveled across the country to speak about women's rights. They organized rallies and campaigns to support the suffrage movement. Their collaboration was important in bringing attention to the need for women's voting rights. Elizabeth faced many challenges as a female activist in a male-dominated society. She often encountered opposition from both men and women who disagreed with her beliefs. Despite this resistance, she remained dedicated to her cause. Elizabeth's determination encouraged others to continue fighting for equality. Elizabeth Cady Stanton left a significant legacy in the women's rights movement. Her work laid the groundwork for future generations of activists. Many of her ideas about gender equality are still relevant today. Elizabeth is remembered as one of the key figures in the fight for women's rights in America. The impact of Elizabeth's work can still be seen in modern movements for gender equality. Her advocacy inspired many women to stand up for their rights. Organizations continue to honor her contributions to social justice. Elizabeth Cady Stanton's commitment to equality remains an important part of history.